The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars. He'll dress
Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a very exciting show for you guys today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We want to say hi to the chat room. We'll mention some people in a minute, but first let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Did you see Astro dancing? I don't know if he was on camera. I think he was off to the left too much. Anyway, Astro opened the show by dancing.
There you go.
Hi, everybody. How are you all doing today?
We're going to have a fun show for you guys today. First, let's say hi to our chat room. Let's see. Teresa Sabin is in the chat room. Hello, Teresa. Angela Joseph.
Hello,
Thomas
Terry.
Claxton.
Chimey.
Backpack John. Mike Wagner from the Mike Wagner Show.
Whoa.
Artist Miss Kim is in the chat room. Hey, Miss Kim.
Miss Kim. She was a stripper. That was her art. She was an artiste, as they used to say in the burlesque days.
Sorry. Oh, B. Claudia is in the chat room.
Hi,
I know there's a lot of
B.
other people, but I can't see them and nobody's typing and I can't go back and look.
Bonsoir, B.
So, hey, B, hope you guys are all doing good. And we had a great, fun weekend. We're still exhausted from it, but it was great.
Burnt out.
And before we talk about it, I want to give a huge shout out to artist Miss Kim Luiso. So we actually got to meet her, you guys, this weekend. We hung out with her Saturday at the Clown Motel 2 premiere and the after party. She's a lovely woman. She's so fantastic. She was super helpful. She was helping me take pictures, and she actually made me, if you guys can look, This is the Clown Motel little clown based on the fact that I wore a yellow jacket in my little cameo in the film, and it was used in the movie, but they lost it, so she made me another one, and she made this and brought it to the premiere for me, and I want to thank her because I collect action figures and toys, and so I was super excited to get it, and so thank you so much, and you were such a wonderful woman. I think you were fantastic, and it was really a highlight of the weekend meeting you.
I really don't think she's so hot, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah.
I could live without her. I was not impressed with her. I never got a doll.
You don't collect dolls, though.
No, but I would like a doll. Excuse my. Hello, everybody. My voice is gone from the weekend. Singing, screaming, yelling. We had such a good time. Lack of sleep. Still trying to catch up on our sleep. You know, at my age, 22, it's not easy running around like we do. But we had a blast.
We
started off with Friday driving 135 miles to Devin DeVasquez's house with her husband, Ron Moss, the actor, singer, TV soap star.
Real quick, she said she'll make you one.
Oh, you don't have to really do that, but I thank you anyway.
Yeah, make him one.
then I'll be nice about you. I'll say nice things. Otherwise, you're
have to admit she was
otherwise
fabulous.
You're nothing but a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
But I will destroy your name. Not really, Kim. You're a sweetie pie. We bonded. You're really a great gal.
Oh, Jimmy's there too. You guys remember Jimmy from Aquarius View? He used to come in all the time, and he's back. We want to welcome him back to the show.
Okay, but let's get back to what we did. So we drove to Devin's and birthday party, which was about 150 people, all famous people. I've never seen so many breast implants in my life. Blown up teeth, lips, Restylane faces, and all blondes. And also there was an Orange County housewife there from the TV show Orange County Housewives. All these broads were Chanel'd out, designed out, emblems all over, H's, W's, Gucci's, all with great bodies, mini dresses and lots of legs. And I thought to myself, it was a top heavy party. Now we should have brought in a couple of truckloads of soldiers or sailors, and then the party would have really been a blast. But the band played on in the foyer, which is an enormous foyer. It's almost like a thick cathedral because of the acoustics. And they played the Pink Floyd and name all the bands that were there. I forgot.
Orleans.
All members of.
Yeah, all these like famous bands.
And the music was great, and we sang and we danced and partied away. Then we drove to Sue Wong's house in Malibu, where she was kind enough to put us up for the night so that we didn't have to make that long haul back to LA, because we were going to stay in a hotel in LA because of the premiere of the movie I'm in, Clown Motel 2, was that afternoon. So we stayed at Sue's house, which was wonderful, and we stayed up till almost 3 a.m. just gossiping, talking, and having a great time. Then got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Sue had her guy make us a beautiful breakfast, oceanside, because she's in Malibu, right across the street from the ocean. And then we drove to LA, and we went to the red carpet event. We saw all the people that we like to see, all of our old friends. Then we went in and watched the movie. I threw up when I saw myself on the screen. I need 10 facelifts and Restylane. I need Botox, and I need a mask because I don't look good on screen.
He looked great. Everybody
No,
told him how great he was,
bullshit, I'm
and that he
ugly.
was the best one
I
in
look
it.
like Mr. Magoo. Anyway, after suffering through that thing, we went to the after party, and we had a lot of fun at the after party, which we left about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then drove the 100 miles back to Palm Springs, got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. The next day got up and tried to, recover ourselves. And that night off to my daughter's house to play dominoes.
No, that was the next night. You even forgot.
Monday. What's Sunday?
Sunday we went to brunch.
Oh, so see what I mean? My mind's not functioning.
We're like out of it.
Then we got up Sunday and went to brunch with Marta and Ron Bloom, who are the most exciting people, and I love them to death, and they're our new friends. You'll be seeing a lot of them on Facebook if you haven't already looked.
And for you music aficionados, Ron has about 200 or 300 songs in films, but he co-wrote the song Into the Night with Benny Mardones, which was a huge hit, number 3
Into
on
the
Billboard
Night.
in the 80s.
We love
I
that
know B.
song.
Claudio will know that song. It's a fabulous song.
Everybody
so
knows that song. They play it in elevators. It's all over the place.
we
But
had
it's
a
a great
blast.
song. Then we went to my daughter's house Monday night, both my daughters, and played dominoes, and they made us dinner. And then we came home and collapsed.
That's right.
And we're still
Collapsed.
collapsed.
But you guys,
we're just a pile of rubble.
if you guys go to my Instagram, Dr. Jimmy Star, you can see some of the videos, or Ron's Facebook page, Ron Russell Show, some of the videos for the bands playing that night. The highlight for me was the fact that, like, I'm a huge rock fan of the 80s hair bands, and we got to hang out with Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, which for me was great. And it was my highest picture on Instagram in my history. 6,600 people liked it. So for me, that was pretty good.
And I hadn't a clue who he was. So Jimmy said, get a picture with him. Get a picture. I said, who is he? What for? I don't know who he is. Is he anybody?
And there was lots of people too who've been here, been on our show. Were there this weekend, and we met a lot of people to have coming on their show. Sebastian Bach will be one of them.
Yeah, but I don't know I didn't know who he was or what he's called, from a band called Trash or something. What was his band? Garbage?
Skid Row.
Oh, Skid Row. I mean, really now, do I listen to Skid Row? No, I listen to Johnny Mathis or Frank Sinatra. Skid Row, I would never listen to somebody named Skid Row.
Also, to Thomas Claxton's, he's saying, if I could fly, I'd pick you up and take you into the night. You're right. That's Into the Night song. And
Right.
Lady Lake Music is also in there. And so is Hub. Hub Reynolds Jr. joined us. It's going too fast for me to read everything.
Hey, Hub, looking good. Meanwhile, I met the most fascinating lady who's coming on. How does she pronounce it? Patricia Cole. But I don't think, how does she pronounce her first name?
I don't
Everybody's got to change the spelling to bust my chops. I mean, years ago, it was so easy. Betty Davis, Jane Russell, Joan Crawford, all those names were so simple. Now they changed the spelling. I think her name is like Petrucia Piscopata Puta.
She's
Puta.
coming on the show.
Anyway, she's beautiful, fabulous, and she's going to tell me read my horoscope and tell me what my future will be in the coming year. And let's see, everybody, if it really happens that way, because she supposedly calls herself the #1 medium or psychic reader in the world. And she's quite famous. So let's see what happens.
We also at the premiere had a lot of friends. Daniel DeCrisio showed up. Ozzy Aziz, who actually does the theme song to the Jimmy Star Show. We went out to eat with
Exactly.
her afterwards.
We love her.
Jack O'Halloran was there. We actually met David Chokachi, who's our second guest on the show today from
Today,
Baywatch.
Right.
He's
Girls, put batteries in your vibrators. He's cute.
Then we also TJ Storm was there. He's the Predator and all kinds of cool things. And Angie Stevenson was there. We sat with her. And Al
Looking
Burke, the wrestler.
absolutely breathtakingly magnificent. And she got rid of the old boyfriend because we didn't care for him. She got a new one now, a gorgeous 6'2" hunk Italian, built like a brick shit house, handsome stud guy, and I think he really loves her a lot. So who knows down the road? Maybe Angie's going to wear white.
Yeah, you never know. Who else did we see at the premiere?
Everybody.
Well, everybody. Yeah, it was packed.
Everybody was there. Sherry Davis had on a dress that barely covered her nipples, and she looked like she had 2 watermelons in a dress, which looked fabulous. And everybody was gawking and
Mindy, all the people that were on the show last week, they were all there.
all of those people. And I can't remember. Just everybody was there.
The only person we missed was Angela Joseph. She wasn't
Eileen
there.
Dietz was there, looking terrific at her age, wearing a Wonder Woman strapless gown. I thought she was brave doing that.
She looked great.
She looked terrific. Everybody was dolled up, ready to go and have a good party time. And we did.
We did have a really good time.
Mhm.
And we hung out at the after party. And
Snow was there. Anthony Snow sat with us for a while. Anthony Snow is an actor, and he's a nice guy.
and Jennifer Rubin was at the after
Jennifer
party.
Rubin, my Ava Gardner lookalike. Jennifer Rubin in the 1970s and 80s was one of the top models in the world. And she did the cologne.
She did the first. She was the first Calvin Klein Obsession model before Kate Moss.
Right. And I used Obsession for years. And I still use Obsession for years and years. And Jennifer is absolutely charming, delightful, and so beautiful. And I have to read her script because she's written a movie.
We also want to give a shout out to Dawn Hinton. She's not here. I think her husband's having some kind of surgery or something today.
There's a sex change. It's going to be a woman.
They want to know, though, you're watching. He didn't wear a watch today, Beef.
No, I didn't put a watch on because I have a bad cut on my wrist. My daughter threw my little baby dog in the car for me to grab, and his hind legs, both with those sharp cat nails, cut me bad, and I was bleeding. And if I put a wristwatch on, it slides. I just didn't do it. So until that heals, look at that. It's a big gouge from my little baby Honey Bunch's little toesy.
Actually, and Angela Joseph says she's coming in for the Pretty Boy premiere. So
Yes,
next
I
Wednesday, we're
know.
going to Pretty Boy.
I know. I already wrote on her Facebook. I cannot wait.
It'll be a lot of
I
fun.
was going to say I can't wait, but I can't wait.
Anyway, you guys, we're going to bring on our first guest.
Yes.
He's in the green room.
As I choked to death today.
So go ahead and bring him in.
Don't expect anything marvelous.
Hello,
from
look
me.
at the doggy.
Hello, it's Gizmo.
Hi, Gizmo. What an adorable dog. We'll show you Astro in a minute. He just left to go sleep. But
Astro,
come here, Astro.
Come to Daddy.
Come here. Astro's a rescue also.
Come to the one you love. Hold my mic.
Okay, hold on. We have Gizmo. Gizmo, meet Astro. There you go, Astro. Say hi to Gizmo. He's like, what are you doing?
He wants to make out. I make out with I tongue kiss my dog. I make out with him. I'm not into bestiality. I'm just into, I love my dog.
Oh, look at you. He's kissing his Sue. So Dan, I have a question. How do we pronounce your last name? Babic?
Babic, yeah, it's Croatian, so I think it's technically got an accent on the end. So, but yeah, it's Babic. But if you were in Croatia, you would pronounce it Babic.
Oh, okay. So we'll go with Babic then, just
If
because
I
I've
was
got
in
it.
Croatia, I would be happy.
I know. I wish I was in Croatia too. Well, actually, a lot of wealthy Americans were there at the start of the pandemic because that was one of the only places that you could go that in Europe that was still open. So everyone was there about a year ago when we first closed down because that was the only country that people were allowed to get into. So.
No, Croatia has a wonderful ancient Roman history. And that's what I'm interested in seeing. I read something or saw something on TV about this Roman something they dug up, and it's fascinating.
It is. It is. It was almost like the south of France before the south of France, and that's why they were in so many different wars for so many years, because people wanted that, Adriatic coastline. So many countries tried to take it over. But it's a beautiful country, and I hopefully I'll finally be able to get there this year, because I had lots of travel plans last year, but they were cancelled. But one positive thing out of COVID was this little buddy over here, because I've been with him now for 5 months, and finally.
Hold on. We're going to talk about that in just a
Wait
second.
a minute. You know what? I have an idea. If you want to get to Croatia, you got to save some money, right? Go around to all the factories you can go to and pick up the bottles, and then bring them in and deposit them. And get that deposit. Get that deposit. They give you 50 cents a bottle. Put that in a bank book, and then you get a ticket to Croatia.
Totally. Like 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. If you collect 1,000 bottles, there we go. There's your ticket to Croatia.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just got to go looking for them.
Well, you go to factory. I did that when I was a kid. I mean, I used to get 2 cents for one bottle and 5 cents for the great big bottles. And I would get a quarter. And for a quarter, I got a salami sandwich, a devil dog, and a grape soda on 25 cents. That's how old I am.
Ooh.
Can you imagine? 25
Hang
cents.
on, wait. I want to do an intro for him.
Okay.
All right, hold on, Dan. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, world-renowned fashion TV host, style expert Dan Babbitt, and Gizmo. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here. I think Gizmo's most excited because it's all got into his head a little bit. He loves being a famous doggy, so he's been very excited to meet you both and be.
He's adorable.
Now, to clear it up, you rescued him.
I did rescue him. So
good for you. You got a good. God damn, my voice today. I should shut up. You got.
Wait, you're wrecking it because you don't know who he is. I
No,
do all
but
the
he's got
research.
a
He
good-
doesn't know
look how
anything, so
beautiful-
I have to bring
Look
it
how
up.
beautiful that
Oh, he's
dog
a beautiful
is.
dog. So hang on.
He's a good one. You got a good one. Some of them are ratty looking.
Hold
but
on.
you
Hold
got
on.
a beautiful one.
He's gorgeous. And here's what
So-
we're going to do. I'm
I
going to do
would
the
take.
intro.
I would
into
have
it.
taken him if I saw him.
I'm going into because he doesn't know he doesn't know the show that you got the dog on. So I want to explain
No,
it a
no
little, and then
idea.
we'll talk about it.
I don't know.
So first of all, everybody in the chat room loves your jacket. They think you look great. Let's see what else they're saying. Actually, B. Claudia says she got a dog from Croatia too. And everybody loves your hair and your jacket. So you're getting all kinds of compliments. We have a chat room. So how about say hi to everybody in the chat room? We have like 10 countries represented right now.
Wait a minute, he
Ooh,
got
well,
it.
hello, everyone. Well, thank you so much. I mean, that's what I do for work. I work in the fashion industry. So, I would want to hope that my outfit today, is worthy, of this interview. So I'm obviously doing well. So the chat room fashion police, give me the approval. So that makes me feel very good.
And then we got to introduce you. So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, who's also my husband, Ron Russell.
Isn't Jimmy lucky?
I know. I thought you
Right.
were Brad Pitt. I got confused. I didn't know that Brad Pitt was joining us, but it's obviously you. I got so confused. Sorry.
That was quick. So you guys,
I
let
love you. You're funny.
Let me do.
Thank God we got somebody on that can hold a show for me because I'm falling apart. We had a wretched weekend of party, drinking, party, fun.
So you guys,
and it can wreck a girl's complexion.
So you guys, I'm gonna do a little explanation about Gizmo and Dan. I mean, he's on TV all the time, but he's also on Vanderpump Dogs, which is the television show launched by Lisa Vanderpump, who all reality. Ron and I don't really watch a lot of reality shows, but everybody knows who she is, and that's actually where you got Gizmo, right? Because Vanderpump Dogs is like a rescue to help rescue dogs, help them find homes, and also to help stop the barbaric torture and practices in China where they eat dogs and stuff.
It's just
I know. It's interesting because everyone knows her from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's how she kind of was introduced to the world. But her passion really is saving animals. So she opened this rescue center about 5 years ago, and they save all the animals from all the kill shelters around America, and also in China they literally ship over animals, and they have a policy that if they go to a kill shelter, they will save every single dog on death row. So she knew that I was looking for a dog because I'd worked with her in the past, and Yeah,
Well,
someone on her team reached out to me because they thought, well, you know, they know I was looking fun for the TV show, so that's how Gizmo came into my life.
I love
well,
it.
we have 3 rescues. And our eldest rescue, you know, he's ready for the bridge soon because he's really old. And as soon as he goes, then we're going to get another one like Astro, another little one. But I don't know that Astro is going to be happy about that because he's a snob and he's the love boy. How do you think it would be if, like, you had another one like this little one? Do you think they'd get along?
Well, do you know what? Well, without being, you know, too negative or, you know, or giving anything that's too upsetting, he actually had a twin brother that didn't make it, that, you know, Vanderpump Dogs didn't get there in time. So I wish I would have
That is a sin. That's a fucking sin.
I know, like, how it doesn't make any sense. It will never.
They killed a dog like that. They should drop dead, whoever did that.
I know. But thank God in California now, all kill shelters have been outlawed. I think, you know, only a few months ago. But, you know, in many other states, this is still being done every day. So
how much does Gizmo weigh?
He weighs 5 pounds.
Oh my God, that's so little.
So cute.
So we were, because Astro weighs 7 pounds.
But wait a second. I have to interrupt this because I'm now really pissed off over what I heard. It's the people that get these little puppies and think they're so adorable, and then when they pee on the floor, they throw them out or they put them in shelters to get killed. It's the people's fault, not the government, not the kill shelters, because they don't know what to do with these dogs. If we let every dog in the world live, we're going to be overrun with dogs. But the trick is, puppy mills, stop it. And everybody out there, stop it. We have Canadians that come to Palm Springs, and they adopt a dog for the season. They buy it, and then they let it loose in the street when they go back to Canada because they can't bring it in the country.
Yeah.
So we have all these beautiful dogs roaming around Palm Springs, and they go into the shelter. But thank God our shelter is not a kill.
Well, he just said there's none in California or kill shelters.
Right,
now.
but our shelter is not a kill shelter.
All 3 of our dogs are rescues. So we have a Shazam. He's a Brazilian Fila Mastiff. He's like 135 pounds, and we got him from the Big
He's
Dog
the
Rescue
one that's
Ranch
old, that's ready for
in
the
Florida.
bridge.
And then we got another dog. It's Brandy, and she's a English Sheepdog Terrier mix, and she's like 35 pounds. And then Astro we got like 2 years ago, and he's 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
And we were just at Ron Moss and Devin DeVasquez. You might actually know them. Ron Moss is from like The Bold and the Beautiful, and she's like a Playboy model and stuff. They have a 3-pound rescue they call Mr. Prince, and it's a what is that called? Pomeranian, I think.
Pomeranian,
like Chihuahua mix.
mix.
And it's only 3 pounds,
Cute
full
as hell.
grown. It's so
Cute.
cute, and it's got his own YouTube page, like Gizmo has a Instagram page. Like Gizmo has an Instagram page, and it has 50,000 followers on it.
I want to get an Instagram
Oh,
page for
wow.
Astro.
Well, Gizmo's jealous because he used to be 3 pounds when I adopted him, and he used to have a policy that you know, he has to be the smallest dog in the room, or else he leaves. So you know, they can't be friends because Gizmo has to be the smallest, otherwise it's a no-go.
He is so adorable, and you are so cute. You have
But
such a nice
my
smile.
question, I think, was almost, would you get another one as a companion, or do you believe in a 1-dog family?
Do you know what? Well, my boyfriend has 2 dogs that are, you know, about 10 pounds and 12 pounds. So, you know, they've become, you know.
Oh, so you've got other dogs.
I do. So, you know, and, you know, my boy, I'm there 4 nights a week. You know, I'm about to move in soon. So, you know, he's already got a little family. So,
That is
So,
so
wait a
cute.
minute. You're only there 4 nights a week. You're not going to get married?
you know what? It's actually
You
6
want to be a
nights week.
tramp forever? You always want to be a trampy person?
Maybe.
Jimmy and I got married. We're married almost 10 years now.
Congratulations. Well, do you know what? I've actually heard, well, you know, you might be able to attest to this, or you might not be able to, that after 10 years, you know, gay couples or, you know, who are married, 90% of them open up the relationship.
Not here.
Not here, baby. I'm one wild guinea, Italian, jealous. No way.
First of all, our 10 years isn't until October. It'll be
Right.
October 15th. Will be our
Right,
10
right,
years,
right.
and
And so you're going to continue to be a used man?
I am. I'm going to continue to be a used man. Absolutely.
Sexually used and then tossed aside.
Absolutely. That's the way we like it. That's the way we like it.
So I want to go back a little bit. First of all, because I don't think actually people in America know this, and we're going to talk about the other things you do also. But Vanderpump Dogs is a very cool thing, and I googled you online, and
I love this already.
and they told me that you're kind of known as the gay Lisa Vanderpump already. Like you're kind of
he's
like the
gay.
gay version of
I didn't
her.
know he was gay.
And you adopted Gizmo, and already you're taking him to Fashion Week and red carpets. And from what I also read, like you get to do hosting and stuff. You've done hosting for the Academy Awards and the Golden Globes and all kinds of stuff. So you're like a big shit, which is fun. We like that. We like big shit.
Actually, big deal is nicer.
Big deal is nice. Ron, do you know who you remind me of? I might be gay Lisa Vanderpump, but you're gay Joan Rivers.
Who?
He says you're like the gay Joan Rivers. He actually knew her. He worked with her.
I knew Joan. Joan Rivers off camera was as quiet and as withdrawn as could be. She didn't have a sense of humor at all. And I told her that in the green room one day. I said, how come you're not cracking a joke? She said, because you're not paying to see me. So I got that was okay. But she was a very quiet, self-contained woman. But on stage, she was brilliant. Funny as hell.
Yeah.
I love Joan.
What about you, Ron? When the cameras come off, are you quiet? What about Jimmy? What's
No.
He's never quiet.
What you see on screen is what you got.
We're exactly the same on screen as we are in real life. We don't change at all.
I am very friendly. I am liked by many people. I'm disliked by many people. But I have a majority more of people that like me because I'm open. I'm honest. I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. I don't lie. I don't gossip and say terrible things about people. Those are all I stay away from people that do that. I'm not interested in knowing somebody's hardship, or I mean, like you, that you're just a backstreet girl, a used person, a sexual object.
Absolutely, that's me. That's me.
I would never gossip about that and tell 5.5 million people that are watching now that you need to get to the Lord because you're a sinning bitch.
Yeah. No, actually,
and watch out you don't.
I
want to
tell you, Dan.
Watch out you don't get pregnant.
The chat room loves you. They're like writing things.
I've
never ever had. Nobody,
and
we've had we get some really great high profile guests, and I don't know. We just broke 1 billion streams on our show. So we just broke 1 billion streams, and in the chat room they're saying that you're exquisite. I mean, they're using like terms that they don't ever use for like any of our guests.
Well, there we go. Well, I'm flattered, and especially that's amazing. Like 1 billion downloads or views, like that's incredible. You guys are a big deal.
Well, yeah, we are, but you're a kept boy.
I am.
And wait, let's talk about your boyfriend. He's got money or not?
Do you know what's so funny? I call him a Splendor Daddy, not a Sugar Daddy. And
he's old.
A splendid daddy.
I know, but this is healthier. He's older than you.
He is 29 years older
girl.
than me.
Oh, that's
we're the same. Except Jimmy's not rich, and I don't get anything out of him. But now
I'm 56 and he's 81.
Meanwhile, married this one.
So we're 26.
No, married this one because he may not have long to go.
Oh, is he on your Instagram? I want to see what he looks like. Did you ever take a picture with him?
Gizmo's Instagram. I think he made an appearance on Gizmo's Instagram.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. Tell everybody what's Gizmo's Instagram and what's your Instagram.
Gizmo's is Gizmo Vanderpump, and then mine is my name, Dan Babbick. So Gizmo Vanderpump and Dan Babbick. Very simple.
Follow them, you guys. Everybody loves that Splendid Daddy thing. So I'm going to go on Gizmos and look when we have a chance.
No, but so you like old bags too. Jimmy likes old bags.
Yes.
I'm 81. I'm 81 years old, and Jimmy is 50. What? 7, 8?
56. I'll be 57 this year.
Yeah. So look at that age difference. He's so much older looking than I.
It's funny because both of you, and it might sound bad, but both of you are attractive men. So when you are attractive, it's not a big of a deal. But if the young one's attractive and then the old one is hideous, that's what people make a big deal of it. But because you're hot, it's like cool. It's like it's not a thing at all. It's like you're hot, so who cares that you're older?
I know what you mean. We have. Now that we're eating in the gutters of Palm Springs because you couldn't eat indoors, a Rolls Royce stopped in front of one of our tables, which They were almost in our table. And it was this hideous, ugly, wrinkled, old skeleton, disgusting man. He must have been 150. Next to him, a 21-year-old, beautiful, gorgeous, blonde, blue-eyed stud. And I'm sure if I went over and asked the stud, do you love him? He would say, oh, yes, I adore every bit of him. I can't wait to go to bed with him. So you think those queens are out for bucks, right?
I do.
Oh, are you a gold digger? Were you looking for gold with this number?
He doesn't need to.
No. Well,
He's self-made.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I joked because I think he was worried about that at the start. And he does well, but not that well. And he has a gorgeous 2-bedroom condo. But I said to him, David, if I was after money, do you think I'd be hanging out with you in your 2-bedroom condo? No,
exactly.
On the other side of the hill in a big mansion in Bel Air. This is LA.
Absolutely.
$900,000 condo. Woo! That's what I was really after.
Absolutely.
I love you.
I love him already. He's my new best friend. You are my new best friend.
Do you live in LA? Do you live in LA? Oh wait, he froze.
He froze.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh shit.
I do.
Oh, there he goes. He
I
did.
do.
Okay.
You got to come to our next function.
What
yes,
are you doing are you available next Wednesday night?
Great movie to see.
Yes, I am. I'm always available.
I will send you an invite. I have one.
carpet.
I have one red carpet invite left for a horror movie. It's going to be a really good one. We've got a lot
Really
of great
good.
famous people coming to it, and I'll send you an email. And you have to have been tested though. You have to have a fucking COVID thing. Did you get tested for COVID?
I do. I've got my vaccine card
Perfect.
already.
Yeah, that's it.
good,
You
good.
have to have the
This
vaccine
way
card.
you and I can dish.
Yeah, because we would love it. I'd love to invite you. I only have one invite left, and so I will send it to you later today.
You're
And,
cool.
and you can come with us. You'll love it.
Gay people either come in nice or they come in nasty. They come in two forms, and you come in nice. I don't like nasty fags. Nasty fags, I want to smack around. I don't like those bitchy queens that are negative and they say nasty, rotten things. I like to kick them in their faces. But
I think that we would have a blast with you. We can put you on our little list. I'm also I love your publicist. She's fabulous. Hi, Kira. But I'm also a publicist, and so I get invited to, because we have this show, we get invited to all the red carpet stuff, and usually because they know I have a lot of famous friends, they always ask me to invite people. So I get
famous.
We did one this weekend, and I had 30 passes, so I invited 30 people. This one I don't have as many. I only have a few, but I have one left, and so I would love for you to come with us.
And we dress outrageous, so you can
Oh,
doll
I
up.
love it.
Oh, you can do your number, honey.
He looks great. I looked at all his Instagram pictures.
You can mop. Just do
I'm
your number.
excited. So Gizmo, you'll have to stay home. You're not invited. Only
Yeah,
one
he's
of
not invited.
so it's going to be me.
It'll be fun. So let's go back and let's do some promotional things for you real quick. So first of all, you guys, you want to watch Vanderpump Dogs? It's on Peacock, right?
Correct. That's NBC's new streaming service.
It's on Peacock. It's Lisa Vanderpump's Vanderpump Dogs. On episode 2, that's where you adopt Gizmo, right? Episode 2, he
Correct.
adopts Gizmo. And then for anybody who doesn't know anything, because I didn't know about this really, but that Lisa Vanderpump really did. She launched a campaign to stop Yulin. It's called Stop Yulin Forever, and it's to basically stop the meat trade in Asia. And there's an actual thing called the Yulin Dog Meat Festival in China, where they kill dogs and eat them, which I think is the most disgraceful thing I've ever even heard of.
Well, parts of China are very disgraceful for a lot of
It's
reasons.
just freaking terrible. And so I think that it's terrible. And I think what she's doing with, she's turned it into a TV show, you guys, but really it was already existing ahead of time. It's not just for TV. She's rescuing dogs. She's giving dogs a loving forever home. I think it's super great because I think everybody should rescue a dog. Rescue dogs, need love too.
And the Chinese really eat weird stuff because we have a very dear friend, Sue Wong, the famous designer. And she told stories about when she was a little girl, they were so poor in China that her grandmother would kill rats and cook them, and Sue ate them. So they ate rats in China. The communists took over and destroyed the country. That's why they allow them to kill dogs, because the commies run the country.
Yeah.
It's freaking terrible. So Sue Wong, actually, as being a fashion person, even though she's retired now, but she's like a really world famous gown designer.
She is. She's pretty major. I've never actually met her. We've been in the same room probably about 100 times, but we've never actually formally met. So I think we've got a lot of mutual friends. So I look forward to meeting her. Hopefully,
Oh, we can meet her. She's one of my
Well,
clients, and she's
well,
one of our best friends, so we can work that out.
She's doing a big party when she gets back. I'll see if she has how many guests, and then I'll let you know. And
We'll
you
see if we
come.
can get you
We'll,
invited.
we'll invite you in if she's not getting too, because she's in Bangkok. No, where
No,
is she?
she's in Morocco.
Morocco
She bought a
right
house
now.
and she's redoing a house. She has
She's got a-
Suwong Designer Estates where she buys houses and flips them.
A
And so she's-
10,000 square foot house that she's doing all in Moroccan. And I love her because she said, I'm spending about $1 million. I thought, wouldn't that be wonderful in 3 weeks? I would love to spend $1 million in 3 weeks. First thing I would do is facelifts.
Oh.
Botox, Restil, and Total Face. Like those housewife broads, those shows. They all look like twins. And then I would have my body contoured.
Angela Joseph is saying she can't wait to meet you. She's in our chat room and she's going to be at the Pretty Boy
Yeah,
premiere.
she's going to be at the Pretty Boy
Yeah.
premiere.
Well, that's actually the only reason I'm here is I'm just trying to suck up to you so I can start getting invited to some of these
Well,
fabulous parties.
you did a good job, Rose.
Actually, wait till you go to the Cedars. So Suwong's biggest
this
house she
fucking
lives in is
close.
called the Cedars. It was built in the 20s by Bela Lugosi,
1926.
and it was
Howard Hughes lived.
Howard Hughes lived there.
Johnny Depp lived there.
And that's and we slept when we were there in
the
a
Jimi
room
Hendrix
called the
room.
Jimi Hendrix room, and that's the room he wrote the song Purple Haze, in,
Right.
which you're like too young to even probably know what that is, but like it has an MGM room and all these icons have lived there, and she has parties and like all these iconic rock stars. Like the last time we were there, we had like people from like The Cure, Hollywood Vampires, Guns N' Roses, Pink Floyd,
Yeah.
all these different bands, and they
Yeah.
play, they all jam, and then we just eat and party and have a good time. She's
we have
really cool.
we have only nice friends. Those bitchy people, those vampire people, we don't have. We don't like anyone that's negative or jealous or hateful, which there are so many. You're successful, and I'm sure you've come across a lot of hateful people that are envious and jealous of what you've acquired.
Accomplished.
And especially a little dog. I'm jealous of him. I'm sorry you're not bringing him because I would have stolen him. But anyway, so because he's so fucking cute. That is a beautiful little dog. If another one comes up like that, you let me know.
I love that.
I would
Oh,
love
I
one
will.
like that. I'm serious because Shazam, all our dogs are superheroes. Astro Boy, Shazam, and Brenda Star, who's Brandy. So Shazam is on. I don't know.
Shazam's fabulous.
He's old, and
He's
all,
having some problems.
and he's all white. And now his hinds are not working, so he's having
difficulty,
old age problems.
like us,
No,
like me.
Like you. I'm not old. I'm 81
So
years
hold on.
young. I'm 81 years young.
I want to do some because I'm super I'm not anymore, but I used to be super involved in the fashion world. I had a bunch of clothing stores in Florida where I sold my designs. They were all one of a kind. I did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious. I've dressed Elton John and Madonna and all kinds of people in my one of a kind clothes. And so I'm super into this fashion thing. And it's funny that we have you on because next week we have Philip Block coming on. I don't know if you know who Philip Block is. But he's like a huge stylist from like the 90s and the early 2000s. He did like Michael Jackson and all these people.
I want to ask our chat.
Wait, let me finish.
Oh, you're not finished?
No, I'm not
I was
finished.
falling asleep. Hurry up.
Oh, shut up. So you guys, so Dan is a TV host and style expert. He's on Fashion One Television. He's also the lead host on Fab TV on Roku. He covers all things celebrity in Hollywood. He does the Oscars and the Golden Globes. He's also the host of Design Genius on Fashion Television, which is similar to Project One Way. It's available in 160 countries, 350 million viewers. So how did you get into the whole fashion thing? Because you look so young.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, part of it is the Botox. And then part of it is actually being 27. I am young. But as soon as you see that first line, you Botox it. That's probably the biggest beauty secret I've heard, because I've seen women that Botox that line as soon as they got it. And then they're, 60 and 70 and they look like they're 20.
Well, I get a paintbrush and I get crazy glue and I paint my entire face with crazy glue without smiling, and it never moves. It's
That's
all
a great
plastic.
idea. That's a lot
No.
cheaper than Botox.
Now listen, I'm going to watch your show. Is it worth it?
No, it is worth it. And do you know what? Best of all, it only goes for 20 minutes. So even if you hate it, it's over before you can even.
No, but are you funny? Are you doing what you're doing now on it? Because I will definitely. Why? Or are you serious?
Do you know what's actually funny? I was outrageous, but I am a little bit more serious because I think actually when I first met Lisa, she was a little concerned because it was a reality show and I was also brought on to be funny and give it life, whereas she just lost her dog a week ago, so the tone was quite heavy. So I think it's been edited per her request to be, you know, a little bit more serious. But
Okay.
I've got to say I was so taken back, you know, by how vulnerable she is and how sensitive and how raw she is and how she just let me into her life, you know, so quickly and into her heart. Like for her, this is the real deal. Like it's not just a TV show. So that's why it's been edited, you know, not in a more serious tone, but, you know, all of the fun is kind of taken out.
Okay. Okay.
What about on your other shows?
Wait. May I make a suggestion?
Mhm.
Be as you are now. I wouldn't want you any other way. Jimmy and I were the first gay couple married to have a television show without being kicked off. Okay, so we're
14 years old.
We have a precedent here. Do not change who you are for anyone or any show. If they think you're too outrageously gay, fuck them. Let them go look at Perry Mason reruns. I mean, you know, you are funny. You're charming. You're terrific. I mean, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't say any of these things. I would have said, okay, what do you eat for breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you English? Because I hear an accent.
Australian, it sounds like.
I'm Australian. Yeah, I'm an Aussie.
Oh.
I'm from down under.
Oh, I heard rumors about those Australian men. Is it true?
It's all true. Every last bit of it.
That they're hung like mules?
Well, do you know what? Actually, here's a funny thing with my boyfriend. We are hung, but we're also uncut. 85% of Australians are uncut. So actually, when I first started to get sexual with my boyfriend, I was the first uncut penis he'd ever seen, and he thought that something was odd about me, and I had to literally Google it, and it showed 85% of us, you know, Aussies, are uncut.
No, uncut's in. Every queen in Palm Springs, that's all they want now is cut meat. David sounds like he's Jewish if his name is David. Most people that have a name of David are Jewish. Is David Jewish?
I wish. I always joke.
He always says that about me too.
I know. Every Christmas, I say, all I want for Christmas is a Jew. I want to know when my bar mitzvah is. I'm still waiting for my bar mitzvah. So I wish. So, but maybe we can convert. I've always wanted to convert to Judaism. But my grandmother was Catholic, so she wouldn't let me.
I'm half Jewish. My father was Jewish. The reason why I'm not circumcised is my father during the Second World War was in Italy, the Nazis or the fascists used to find a guy in the street and tell him to drop his pants. And they looked. If he was circumcised, they knew he was Jewish. They would kill him. So Italians, of course, don't circumcise. So the ones that don't are Christian. My father said to my mother, do not circumcise the baby because if the Nazis win and they take over America, they'll kill him. Because it's against the Jewish faith to not be circumcised. But my mother was Christian, so it's okay.
I love it.
That's my little tale, my little story.
We actually, we've had several cool people from Australia on the show, but next to you, my next favorite one, we had Guy Sebastian on the show. Do you know who Guy Sebastian is?
He was the first winner of Australian Idol, our version of American Idol, and he has probably been the only one that has been so consistent and gets number ones every year since winning, because, you know, a lot of people do that show and then you don't hear from them ever
Nothing
again.
happens. Yeah, we had him on the show. Well, I told you, we're major.
Wait. No, for your information, sister dear, we have so many people contacting us that want to come on the show, and we tell them, listen, you're not qualified. We hate to hurt your feelings, but your IMBD stinks, your IQ stinks, and nobody knows who you are. Now, what the hell are you going to do on our show? You know, you can't use our show to platform your career because you have no career to talk about, and they don't get it. So we only have major celebrities and big name. I mean, we've had movie stars on here you'd freak out from.
Well, we've had Academy Award winners. We have people with lots of Grammys.
So we only have the best on.
We only have the best on.
So Rosie, dear.
And you're our first style. I think you're one of our very first, except for Johnny Depp's ex-wife. You're our first. You're actually our only like real TV stylist who's actually on TV doing it. Right. I think you're our very first one in 14 years.
Okay, listen. Tell everybody where we could watch your show.
So you can watch my show at Peacock, which is NBC's streaming service. So just, peacock.com, download it on your iPhone. And episode 2 of Vanderpump Dogs is where, you'll see our special little story. And it's a really feel-good show. And, I think everyone will like it. It's got something in it for everyone.
So tell me, first of all, too, like, how about your other shows? Design Genius. I used to watch Project Runway all the time back when I was clothing designs. Is that a fun show, and how do we see it?
Do you know what? I always joke that I'm like low budget Tim Gunn. So they couldn't get Tim Gunn, so they're like, oh, who else? Oh, we'll get this kind of knockoff version from Australia that's half his age, and we can pay nothing. But I know it is a successful show, and you can watch it at Fashion Television. So it's not airing at the moment, but if you just go to Fashion TV, fashiontelevision.com, you'll be able to find out when it is airing and watch it there.
I love it. So I met Tim Gunn once before.
No,
wait. I met Tim Gunn once before, and he was nothing like you at all. And he's like so affected that I thought he was like a total jerk. And I was like, I just thought he was like not cool at all. And I met him right after I did a fashion show with Betsy Johnson, with my clothes and Betsy Johnson. And I was like, and he was just like a dick. So I think you'll, in the long run, by the time you're his age, you'll be like everybody in the world, like, they'll be running up to you and like hugging you and kissing you for pictures.
Yeah, and I will hug and kiss them back, because that's why I do what I do, because like you both, I'm a people person, and what lights me up is being around people and hearing their stories and making people laugh and feel good and look good. So it's a shame when people get famous and they suddenly think they're better than. I just don't get that. That's not.
I don't get it either. Me neither.
Okay, I don't mean to impose or be a snoop or ask an improper question.
Yeah,
how come you're not living with the guy?
Ooh, here we go. I want to move in, but he hasn't been in a relationship for 20 years. So
listen, at his age, he better move his ass.
I know.
He don't have that much time for a relationship. How old is he? 70?
No, he's 57.
Oh, he's
56.
Young. Oh, he's young. He's 56.
He's my age.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got a run, a little bit of a run left. But so did you propose to him?
Well, I'm going to propose to him because I obviously need a green card to stay here. No, what it's really all about is I just want my green card. So once I get that, I can get rid of him.
Sherry Nelson's in the chat room. You hear that, Sherry? Oh my
But listen to me, my sweet. You don't need a green card anymore. Just walk over the wall like they all do, and you just stay here. And they give you $1,600 to get started in America. So you make a couple of bucks at it. But seriously, this guy better think twice, because
you are a catch.
You're a cat.
So
you are,
funny.
and you're cute as hell. And I bet you got cute buns too. So you're really cute.
Oh,
so
thank you.
let's go designer stuff. So who are some of your favorite people to see what they wear, and who are some of your favorite designers? Because we've never gotten to do this before.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I find the women a little bit more fun because they take more risks. So as far as men, I love Jared Leto.
Yeah,
he takes a risk. Like he'll wear something a bit more outrageous, and he's a fashion guy. As far as women are concerned, Renee Zellweger always looks great. Always looks great. To me, she's not the most interesting person, and she does look like, she sucked on a lemon sometimes. She's a little cold.
She did too much like plastic surgery to her face, because like we saw her in Judy, and I didn't even know who she was.
Right. But she's a damn good actress.
But she's a good actress.
Phenomenal. And she's got always looks good. And she's so underrated as a style person. If you Google Renee Zellweger red carpet, you can't find a bad photo. So she's someone I look up to. And then as far as designers, I know they've kind of been canceled in the gay community, but I love Dolce & Gabbana.
That's what he loves too.
That's my favorite. I can't afford them, but I love them. I mean, they're outrageously expensive. $350 for a shirt. Come on, it's a cotton shirt with some fancy buttons.
I used to love that.
What I do? I go out and I go to Marshall's and I buy a $9 shirt and I put fancy buttons on it and I say it's Dolce & Gabbana. Don't you do the same thing?
Yeah, right.
That's actually fabulous. I was out for dinner the other night in a very fancy LA restaurant, and I was wearing expensive shoes and kind of an average kind of blazer type thing, and I was wearing shorts from Walmart that I got for $6, and they're
who knew?
lavender color. And someone said to me in the line as I was waiting to be seated, like, "Oh my God, I love your shorts. Like, where did you get them from?" And I said, $6, Walmart. And,
No, I was interviewed once, and somebody said that you're known for dressing. Because I always dress. I never go out like a slob. I go to red carpet. Everywhere I go, I look. Don't forget, I'm 81 years old. I'm from the Jane Russell, Marilyn Monroe days when everybody dressed. And they said, you dress very expensively. And I said, not at all. I'm a shopper. I'll wear Dolce & Gabbana if I go to the outlets and I get it for like less than half price.
I can't wear
But
Dolce & Gabbana. I'm too big boned. It doesn't
I
fit
shop
me.
Marshalls. I'm proud to say I go to Marshalls. I get a lot of my runaround clothes.
So how
not,
do you?
Not my good clothes. My good clothes are all Madison Avenue couture designer.
Wait. How do you pronounce Varvatos? John Varvatos. What's the correct pronunciation?
that's exactly, you just said it. That's
Okay, he's my favorite. I have my because I wear t-shirts and blazers, and like all my t-shirts are basically that. And I like Hugo Boss. I don't know. I have like 5 polo. We wear a lot of polo. I'm big boned, so I can't unfortunately wear Dolce & Gabbana now that I'm old. I could wear it as a kid.
Yeah, Dolce & Gabbana is sometimes a little tight on me. I'm better off with Ralph Lauren because Ralph Lauren cuts for the big. I'm 6 foot and I'm a big guy. And Ralph cuts for the bigger guy, but he doesn't really have anything that exciting. You know what I mean?
So
whereas Gabbana, my God, or Versace, when he was alive, Christ,
I used to wear a lot of Versace.
I owned all Versace. I look like wallpaper.
And D Squared. I like D Squared. So let's go because I always ask when we have an actor on, I always say, what's your bucket list of who would you like to act with in a movie, and what movie would you have liked to been in with? So for you then, who are like 2 celebrities that you would love to get a chance to interview on a red carpet? And then if you were going to get to go to dinner with a celebrity and just talk to them, no sex or anything, just like to talk.
No, sex is good.
Okay.
Too.
Okay. Well, then you can also add another part to it. Who do you think who are like the really like hot guys and girls that you think, oh my God, these are like, they're so hot?
Yeah. Well, number 1 is Oprah. I've met many celebrities, but I've never met Oprah, and I'm obsessed with Oprah. That's why I do what I do. I can't even put into words how much I love that woman. So Oprah, and then who would I sleep with? The Rock. I think he's super sexy. He's got 6'5" and those muscles. Like, I think I would come just looking at him. So I don't even think we'd even get to the sex part.
If I went to dinner with Jason Statham,
yeah, he likes Jason Statham.
I'd feel him up under the table.
Absolutely. That's while you're there, it might be your only chance. You got to go for it.
That's so funny.
Well, Jimmy said he's my free ticket. Now you never know. I may meet, but he's straight. But you never know. I may meet him, and Jimmy's going to get nervous and going to break out in a sweat.
Actually, I enjoy the Rock movies. I wouldn't want to have.
I just want to say something and backtrack to what we said. I do wear a famous designer. I wear Jimmy Star vintage.
This is one of my shirts with the
ducks
they're
on
rubber duckies.
It's
when
gorgeous.
I met Jimmy a long time ago, Jimmy said to me, "Go up to my warehouse and take whatever you like." Well, we needed a truck because I walked around. I took 12 pair of shoes. I don't know how many jackets and shirts, and I have them still. The shoes, by the way, have rotted. The soles fell off. And Jimmy said if you don't wear shoes often, they fall apart. I never knew that. But I wear a lot of Jimmy's retro shirts, and people love them. Except now they look like today. Jimmy was that far ahead of the style. So I have to say they're retro because they are old. They're 20 years old, some of them.
Would you ever do it again, Jimmy? Would you ever do another line?
I think I would love to. What really happened? I have kind of like a sad story, and I'm only going to spend 30 seconds on it. But I was super successful in Florida, but the government illegally eminent domain the property that I did everything in. I bought a hotel and turned it into like a Fred Siegel and Elton John shop there and all kinds of things. They eminent domain the property, and they gave me way less than I spent in it. So I basically lost everything, and I had to reinvent myself.
$4 million.
I had to reinvent myself and start all over. And since I was self-financed, I didn't have the money to do it. So if I had the money to do it again, I think I would love to do it again. I made really wild stuff. I mean, some of the stuff was really offensive.
Too much.
Like I made a tuxedo jacket that had little erect penises all over it, and it was embroidered "Kiss My Dick" all over it. I mean, I did some really wild stuff, but I did some fun. Everything was fun, But
the rockers and the people of that era wanted that.
Yeah, I dressed all rock stars
because nobody cursed in those days, and these guys were cursing, and that was shocking people. Today, I could have "fuck you" written all over a shirt. Nobody would even notice, because we're so immune to a vulgar language.
I mean, I made T-shirts that said like "gay for pay" and "fuck me, I'm famous," and I mean, like, it was just fun, fun stuff. But
So Jimmy lost his $4 million, and then I met him.
and then I was broke, and I had to reinvent
Now
myself.
listen to what I'm telling you about your guy. Jimmy was living with somebody for 25 years, and Jimmy wasn't happy, but Jimmy was afraid to go and tell the guy that he was leaving him for me, because I was like a homewrecker. And I said to Jimmy, let's go. I'll tell him. Well, when I walked in, the guy jumped up and said, Ron Russell, what an honor. I'm so happy to meet you. I said, in 10 minutes, you won't be so happy to know me. And I told him, I said, Jimmy's in love with me, and I'm in love with him, and we're moving in, and he's moving out of here. And there you go. So that's what you got to do with your guy. You got to go up to him and say to him, listen, Buster, the gig is up. You ain't getting this bod no more unless you...
He said he's moving in.
No. Marriage. Moving in is no good. Marriage.
We have matching ones.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh, wow.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
They really are. They're stunning. I'm going to see that in real life soon.
Yes, you're going to see it in real
you will.
life.
They're not that terrific, but
They're
nice.
fun. They're nice.
They're fun. But anyway, I watched a documentary last night that I wanted to talk about earlier. My hairdressing teacher, when I went to school in 1960, Lenny Dietz, was a drag queen by the name of Daisy D. He's 92 years old, living in Manhattan. They did a documentary of all the old drag queens that I knew from the 1950s and early 60s. Now, whoever's alive, they're all old men. But you know what? They're all alone. They don't have partners. And it was so sad for me to watch this documentary, because these men really are lonely, and who wants them now? They're 100 years old. So my advice to you is get somebody now and work on it and keep it until you're old. Oh, but by the time you're old, he'll be dead. So make sure he has a lot of money so you inherit it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just need to be around you all the time, Ron. Like, your life advice is like,
Well, I'm inspirational.
You are, and I never got to meet Joan Rivers, but I feel like I've got a piece of her in you, even though you said she wasn't like that in real life.
Well, let me tell you a quick story. I was at Joan Rivers did a thing in Hollywood once a week where she would she'd go and perform in the Hollywood Laugh Club, whatever the hell it was called. And I was there, and Debbie Reynolds was there, and Mr. Blackwell. And Joan was as funny as hell. Now I go outside, and I knew Debbie really well, Debbie Reynolds, and I'm chatting with Debbie Reynolds, and she said, come sit in the car. Well, Gab. So I sit in the car. Now I'm in the limo, the back seat with Debbie. Who comes in but Joan Rivers? Now I'm seated between Joan Rivers and Debbie Reynolds. More fucks flew than I've ever heard sailors. These two broads had mouths like you can't believe. Funny. I wished I had a camera, a reality show. It would have won Emmys. These two broads together, because Debbie was quick, Debbie was fast and funny, and Joan was batting it back. And I just sat there almost peeing myself, and I said, I got to get out of this car because your girls are making me crazy. And then they left. But Joan was really nice. Debbie was an angel. But Joan Rivers and Debbie Reynolds, nice people. A lot of people from my generation were kind, good actors and giving performers. And when you knew them, they weren't snobs. Like today, a lot of these young punks, they think who the fuck they are. They made 2 movies and they say, kiss my ass. The Biggies were very good-natured. Jane Russell was my best friend for years. We were like brother and sister. I took her name.
Wow.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
You don't know my history. I had a TV show called Set the Record Straight. I interviewed Lauren Bacall, Cliff Roberts, Betty Davis, Jane Russell, Terry Moore, Arlene Dahl. Oh, God, the list just goes on and on. All the major Hollywood stars. You can see some of them on YouTube. So I'm from the olden days, and I love to dress. I see these people come to red carpets. They look like slobs, like they just cleaned the yard, picked up the leaves. And I say to them, what the fuck? This is a red carpet event. There's a girl there in a gorgeous beaded evening gown, and next to her is some schmuck in Bermuda shorts with tattooed legs and basketball sneakers. Dress up, folks. Come on, cut this shit where it's cool to look like a slob. It's not.
Yeah, it's cool to take care. I think it's I think it's a form of good manners, and that's why I love the French so much, because it is. It's like saying I respect you. I respect myself. I think it's a form of good manners.
Well, I mean,
So-
you wore a jacket today, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no tie, because I was like, you guys are casual. It's not like super formal, but yeah, of course, always a jacket.
Well,
Remember
I
too that when
would've
we
pr-
go on Wednesday, it's a horror movie, so like dress nice, but not like tuxedo nice, like
Yeah, nice.
fun, like you
Yeah,
are now
yeah,
nice.
and
Yes.
and wear a bra. Your boobs are bouncing.
Oh fuck, yeah, they are. Shit. Oh god.
So
What
you
would it
guys,
be about you?
this is Dan Babic. You can follow him
You
on
are terrific.
Instagram. It's at Dan. Oh, Astro Quiet. Dan Babic. You guys for the spelling. Follow him on Instagram. Watch him on Vanderpump Dogs. Check out. What about Fab TV on Roku? Is that something that we can see now or no?
Yeah, watch it now. It's all on YouTube. Just Google Dan Babic Fab TV, and they'll all come up.
There you go, you guys, because this is somebody you're definitely gonna want to know. He's famous now, but in another year or two, he's gonna be like mega famous because he's super great. He's got a terrific personality. He's quick-witted. He's cute. He's got
Very
everything
quick.
going for him.
And thank you for coming on, because I said to Jimmy, "Who is this guy? What does he do?" I said, "Am I going to be bored to death?" And Jimmy said, "No, he's really not." Well, I was not bored to death at all, my dear. I enjoyed you so much. Looking forward to seeing you in a week and a half. And I will watch your shows. I want to see them now to see your work. But please don't change. Don't understate yourself, no matter what that broad says, Maybe she don't want you stealing the show, because your personality is a show stealer.
It is a show
Maybe.
stealer.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that when I see you. But I came. I think it was a little bit of a threat because my personality was bigger than hers, and her name's on the thing. So maybe that was why.
You
You
know
have to
what?
watch
You
that.
know
Soon
what?
you'll have your own. It'll be
I've-
the Dan
I've-
Babic.
I have had that happen.
Show.
I've made movies forever, and I've had that happen on TV sets or movie sets where my performance was better than the star's performance, and suddenly, when I saw it on TV or wherever I saw it, my performance was minimized down to like, "Hello,
Yeah.
cut."
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
It's
that.
cruel.
So do
cruel.
me a favor too, then when we get done, just email me your phone number, and then I'll like text you the stuff, and we'll get you on the list for Wednesday.
And if you're lonely, I'll put that number in the men's room in the bathroom.
No, you won't.
On Macy's, on the wall in Macy's.
Oh, great.
And
that
I'll
would be
write if
fantastic.
you want for a good time call, and I'll put your number.
He said that would be fantastic.
Oh, great. That would be
Very quick-
fantastic.
You
Yeah,
were
you'll
very
be,
quick-witted.
you'll be very, very famous.
Everybody
no
in the
time.
chat room loves you too. By the way, they're all saying they love you. So you guys follow
Because
him,
He's honest. He's real, and he's fun.
and he's yeah. You've really got it all going on. We want to thank Kira.
And I
for setting this
also
up.
have a peach jacket like that.
Ooh, well,
Maybe I'll wear it next week.
Never
do it.
know.
We can play who wore it better. We can have everyone vote.
Actually, yeah, I
this
can
way.
get it. I can actually get it put in like some big magazine who wore it better, and we'll see.
We'll see. The team will be out.
So Dan, thank you so much. You're an angel. We had a blast. Everybody check out Vanderpump Dogs, especially episode 2, where you can see the fabulous Gizmo getting adopted by the fabulous Dan Babic. And we wish you all the luck in everything and all the best in everything that you do. You're a real treat.
And if any way you can help prevent the execution of dogs, please do. Use your clout. Call whomever it is that you think can help us rid this planet of animal cruelty.
And if you need to get a dog, please rescue.
yes,
All right, Dan.
Amen.
Thank you,
so
Dan.
much, gentlemen. I can't wait to meet you in person.
All right, bye-bye.
absolutely. See you next week, baby.
Bye-bye. What a cool
What-
guy.
Very nice. See, gay people are nice people.
Hey, you guys, we hope everybody enjoyed. That was Dan Babic. We really liked him. His doggy is Gizmo. You can find Gizmo on Instagram, Gizmo Vanderpump, and he's Dan Babic. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. You can get the Jimmy Star Show every week on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora. Also, I've been putting the shows on Instagram TV. Afterwards, so you can see them also on Instagram TV if you don't want to watch them on YouTube. And it's a lot of fun. We had some people join us. Ian Smith joined us while we were in the chat room. Cambria Carpenter joined us while we were in the chat room. While we were talking to Dan, I think there were some others, but I'm not sure who. But anybody, if I missed you, I apologize. But happy to see the chat room going by so fast, and it was a lot of fun. Whew.
Now for the next one that's coming on, girls and gay guys, get ready. This one is hot, cute, and in person has blue eyes like Jesus Christ. I don't think Jesus Christ had blue eyes because he was Arabic, so he must have had dark eyes. But anyway, handsome, sexy actor. Nice guy, too. Why am I picking my ears on television?
I don't know.
I'm getting common. Anyway, when is he coming on? Let's go. Jet Air, Jet Air, Jet Air.
Just talk for a minute because I'm making sure I didn't get anything in here.
Okay, we met him at the red carpet premiere for Clown Motel 2, which is a movie that I'm in. I play General Milan, who's out to kill all the killer clowns that have kidnapped one of my men's fiance. It's a fun movie. You'll enjoy it. Anyway, he was there, and everybody was looking, saying, "Who's that cute guy? Who's that cute guy?" And you know, we had to say he's taken. I didn't know that he was or he wasn't, but we'll ask him when he comes on if he is taken.
Yeah, he's got kids and stuff, I think.
Oh, so he's taken.
Yeah, I
got
follow
kids.
on his Instagram. I think he's he's the real David Chokachi, and Twitter he's the real Chokachi, and Chokachi is CHOKACHI for Chokachi.
So he's Polish.
I don't know what
I
don't know what that is.
Chokatree sounds Polish. Yeah, or Russian or Polish. It's Slavic. Anyway, so where is he?
I'm not sure. We're working
We gotta
on it.
get him because we can't do this.
We have to
every week.
talk.
Yeah, but every week we have problem with our guests coming on. They
No,
really
we don't.
Yes, we do. We had a problem a couple of weeks ago. Remember, we couldn't find the person, and the person forgot.
Oh, well, that's happened like one
How
time.
rude is that?
I think it's happened like one time in like 5 years.
and that
so-
person's never coming on because we're not inviting them again.
But keep talking because I can't type.
I have
and
no
talk at
voice.
the
I'm
same
drinking.
time.
I've laryngitis.
All right, let's talk to the chat room then, and we'll just see what happens here. All right. B says congratulations for all the news on the movie. Artist Miss Kim says yes, but I'm not sure what the yes was about. And Thomas, everybody liked Dan, so everybody thought Dan was a lot of fun. And
I'm happy to say I gained all my weight back because I had lost quite a lot of weight from my open heart, thingamajig. I was scrawny and I looked wretched. The older you get, you should not get skinny because you get skeletal and your skin gets wrinkled. You look like crap. So I ate everything that I wanted to, which was a lot of fun. Now, of course, I have to go back to watching what I eat so I don't become obese. But I'm back to being 210 pounds and I love it. Before I was 182 and I'm 6'1", so that's not too hot. So as the older you get, don't try to be skinny like the kids. A little meat on the bone is no big deal. Right, darling husband?
I don't know. I have to lose weight because I've got too much meat on the bone.
Oh, my throat. I hope I can
Between
make
going to New York and doing all the stuff that we did
it.
recently,
I'm beat.
I gained 10 pounds, so I've got to lose weight
Almost
now.
caught pneumonia in New York because it was freezing on my birthday. A horrible trip.
Oh, Sherry Nelson, though, is in the chat room. Hey, Sherry, how are you, gorgeous?
Sherry, Facebook took off what I wrote to you, and I was very upset about it. I wrote, "When are you coming to America? Do like everybody else is doing. Just jump over the fence. You get $1,600 to start your life, and you don't have to worry about a green card." Now, I don't see anything wrong with that. Well, Facebook removed it. So it's kind of like Facebook is communist or something. I mean, I don't know. My freedom of writing or speech is gone. I would hate to think that Facebook is that way.
I actually got in trouble, too, on Facebook, you guys. I made a post, and I don't even know what the post was because it was in 2010, and yesterday I got an email from Facebook saying I broke their rules, and if I broke them again, they were going to kick me off of Facebook for a post I made 11 years ago.
Can you believe that nonsense? I think the world's gone mad. But anyway, Sherry, it's time that you come.
Sherry says all her friends are in Facebook jail.
Well, it's time that you come here, Sherry. It's time. Enough already with the Canadian crap. Come here. There's parties to go to, red carpets to go to, all kinds of. Hang on, honey. I'm going to choke to death. all kinds of things for you to do here to enhance your career. Also, there's a lot of movies.
Oh, Dave Hughes said he just served a 30-day sentence. A 30-day sentence on. Sherry says she's on her way. Teresa
When you
Saban says
coming?
it's an insane asylum. And
Wait, Sherry, can't you just get in your car and drive in?
oh, I don't know.
I mean, what happened? That border was nothing. I used to go to Canada all the time.
And
to the-
Dave Hughes says he's served a 30-day sentence on Facebook.
Years ago, I used to go to Canada to the gay bars up in eastern Canada. What was that town? I forgot. And I go over the border back and forth. It was like going to a toll booth. So come home, baby doll.
There we go. Early birthday to you, your dad, Sherry. Angela Joseph said, I got the two from a post I did with a gif of Batman and Robin saying my post showed nudity. See, Angela, isn't that crazy? And mine was 11 years old, and I got that. Which, by the way, also, Angela and I are working on an Indiegogo campaign for The Curse. Go to Indiegogo.com and just put in The Curse movie. They just signed RJ Mitt to be the star of the cast, and Enrique Colante is in it, also from Veronica Mars. It's got a great cast. And so if you guys could support it on Indiegogo, that would be terrific.
I guess they didn't need an old bag, or they would have called me.
Actually, they were all cast already ahead of time before.
No, but do they have an old bag in the movie?
I don't know.
You're supposed to. You have to have, ethnics and ages, old people. That's the new law. I know that's with, if you're a member of.
SAG. It's a SAG
SAG.
movie, but you don't have to have it. You just get charged more money if you don't
No,
have
but
it.
SAG, if you like, that's why I'm going to be in a lot of SAG films because I'm their token old bag.
There you go. That's
I
funny.
think they get $11,000 or something like that. If I'm in a movie, they get 11,000.
No, that's not it. You don't
Yeah, I
know what you're
read
talking
that.
about. It's not
No,
right.
I read that.
I know,
The
but
production company gets 11.
no, they don't.
I read that if you hire an old bag, you get 11 G's.
No, but that's
Oh,
not
well.
true.
Anyway, we'll have to research that and let you guys know.
I deal with SAG every day, so I know that's not real.
No, you deal
You
with
save money on the production because you get credits for things.
well,
But
whatever. It's work comes out to 11,000.
anyway,
To be specific, this pain in my ass. He always contradicts me. Mary, quite contrary. You're nothing but a. big
actually, Angela
fairy.
says it starts. It's got 25 days, and they're filming it in Chicago in a few months if we can come up with the financing.
Good. Did you hear my little poem?
Mary, quite contrary.
No, Mary, you're a big fairy.
I don't know why we don't have a guest though, so we need to like come up with something
I
to
can't
talk
believe
about.
he's not on. I mean, he's such a nice fella. Unless he heard the first show and thought it was a little too gay.
No,
You never know. Some homophobes.
he's not a homophobe.
I don't think so.
He's not a homophobe, but I don't really know the people from Vision Films set it up. That's the distributor, and I don't really know them that well.
And I have a bad voice, so I can't carry an hour.
Oh, you don't have to go. It says, Mary, you're a big fairy, so funny.
Yeah. No, it's Mary, quite contrary, you fairy.
Anyway,
We used to say that as kids. We were nasty little kids. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice by the minute. Jim, I may just go frog.
well, I need to like look for something. So see if you can.
I can't speak my voice. When you don't sleep for days, your voice goes. I wonder why that is. You get hoarse. So sleep has something to do with a hoarse voice. Also, I hate to keep bringing up my age, but it is an obvious factor. At 81 years old, I do more than people at 30 years old do. So I really run, go, do, fetch, drive, fly, party, talk. Anyway, what can you do? Oh, anybody in the chat room want to help me? Because I really am losing my voice.
You're all right. Just talk for a couple more minutes. Let me just send a text.
What do you want? Blood to come out of my throat? You son
Talk
of a
about
bitch.
movies you've seen.
I'll
Talk
talk-
about the documentary you just saw.
All right,
There's
the
lots of things.
documentary I just saw was called Burn This Letter.
Yes.
P.S. Burn This Letter. I would suggest for all of you to watch it. It's all about the drag queens of 1950 and 60. Drag queens that I knew as friends and shows I was in back then in the 60s. Drag queens should all watch it because they will learn from it. It's their shoulders you're standing on today. they called the drag queen, the old drag queens of years ago called the drag queens of today clown drags, and I do too, because they don't look like beautiful women, they look like clowns. But back in the 1950s and 60s, they looked like women. You couldn't tell them apart. They work so hard on their figures, gowns, and hair and makeup. It's a very interesting documentary. Watch it. Jim, can you go? Because I have to cough.
Yes.
I have to clear my throat. Sorry about that, folks.
That's all right. Everybody should watch it. It's on Discovery or something.
I think it's on Discovery, yeah. But you can search around for it. It's P.S. Please burn these letters. My very good friend Mickey, who lived around the corner from me when I lived in Astoria, Queens, growing up as a kid after we moved out of Brooklyn, Mickey used to pass my house to go on the bus to go up to the train station. And us kids used to go on the roof and throw water balloons at him. How sad is that? So years later, when I met Mickey in the Townhouse restaurant in New York City, I told him that I was one of the kids that threw balloons at him. He said, "Oh, I remember you." He said, "You were the handsomest one of all." I thought that was sweet. Instead of saying you were a brat, he gave me a compliment. Anyway, Mickey is a sweetheart of a guy. He's still alive and looking good, and he's in that video.
So they said you should drink green tea with honey.
Yeah,
Green tea with honey and lemon is even better. Cambria said, B. Claudia said tea with honey. Cambria said green tea with lemon and honey. And then Teresa says she loves green tea.
No, I intend to do, I do straight honey. I don't do the tea. I just squirt honey down my throat, and that will soothe it. And the honey is an antibiotic and an antiseptic, so it will clear up my throat.
I love it. Actually, I don't drink tea though, but you need to get your throat cleared up. You have drink there though, right? To drink?
I have my little lemonade, which may be hurting it. Lemons, I don't think are so hot for a sore throat.
So
I don't have a sore throat. I just have laryngitis.
We also watched The Ice Road last night, you guys, on Netflix. That's the new Liam Neeson film. It was like okay, but so unbelievable of like all the stuff that happened in it. But it was fun to watch.
Far-fetched, but quite entertaining. We like Liam. He's a good actor. We follow all of his movies.
Yeah, we like him a lot, even though he was looking a little old in this one, and he wasn't shaving
what do
and
you
stuff.
think? You look younger now than you did 2 weeks ago.
I do.
No, you're older looking now than you were 2 weeks ago. Every morning you wake up, you get older. Don't you look in the mirror?
I look better all the time.
Yeah, right. Well, keep dreaming.
I look
sweetie.
better as I get older than I did when I was younger.
While your face is falling apart, dream and your dreams come true. Keep dreaming that you're young and still good looking, only because you look like shit.
So we should tell everybody then a little bit more about, since we have time, about the events we went to. So the Clown Motel 2, you guys, was a little unorganized, but it was a lot of fun. We missed Angela Joseph. She's really good in the film.
I told her to move here. She's got to get out of Colorado.
She's got to wait a few more years till her kids.
Nobody lives in Colorado, darling. It's just not acceptable.
Somebody named Lucas Alonso Escaravidi says some men do look better older they get. I'm one of those people who looks better the older they get. Ron's always gorgeous, old and young. It doesn't make any difference.
That's true. How narcissistic can we get? But we're in show business. We're allowed to be narcissists. I'm gonna scream in a minute from this throat. Anyway, so say something, James.
He's saying he's there, but like they're saying he's there, but we don't have him. Hey Rebel, do you see David Chokachi in the chat room?
I do not. In the
Okay.
chat room or in the green room?
No, in the green room. Sorry, in the green room.
No, I don't see anybody in the green room. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me know if you see him come in and out, because he said he had a signal problem, but I don't see it. Okay, talk for a secon, Ron, because I can't
See, we should have backup video of another guest. This way, say like a situation now where I'm losing my voice, we could have snapped in another interview.
I agree with that. That's a good idea. Maybe we should record.
Isn't that a good idea? This way we don't have blanks.
Well, People like it when we just talk. It's just that I can't talk and do this at the same
Yeah,
time.
I know, but I have no voice left to talk. I woke up.
So
this
stay on and
morning-
talk with us, Rebel. Talk with Ron so I can
I
try and
woke
send
up.
him the
I
link.
woke up this morning, and I swear to you, when I spoke, I sounded like a broken balloon or New Year's horn. Bleh. And I said to Jimmy, "Oh my God, I can't do the show today because I haven't got a voice." So I quickly had a nice cup of hot coffee, which made my voice better, but it's still not good.
That's because you was decked out with your headband on. I saw the video. You would look
Was it?
good.
Well, it was a theme party at Devin's birthday party, and I went as a hippie, and I wore Jimmy Star jeans, those jeans everybody wanted. I have the original price tag. He was charging $1,400 for those jeans 20-something years ago. Did he have nerve or what? I said $1,400, and then Jimmy said Elton John bought a pair just like it and paid $14, and he didn't complain. I said, well, I guess they have millions of bucks, and what do they care? They spend tons of money on their stage costumes. Anyway, everybody loved it. I had such a good time. Sue Wong was there, so she and I, because we're old, we sat and bullshitted while the young ones were.
They all said they loved your outfit and your hair.
Oh, at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a wig on my head, and I do it. But then everybody else wasn't so plots or done up, so I took the wig off and I changed my shirt because it was getting cold, which was wonderful. Not 123 like here in Palm Springs. It was chilly. Could you imagine me being chilly and complaining? I loved it. Devin looked gorgeous. You know who Devin is. She was a Playboy model. She was an actress. She is an actress. She just does television. She's a gorgeous girl, but what's more important is she's a sweetie pie, and I love her. She's one of our new fast friends. She and her husband, Ron Moss. Ron Moss is a star of the Brave and the Who was it
Oh,
called?
the Bold and the Beautiful.
Bold and the Beautiful. Other people are walking
And
by.
the Bay. He's in the Bay.
He's
and
in
he's
the Bay.
He did a cameo in Sean Kanan's Studio City, which we want to congratulate Sean and Michelle Kanan. They won
Oh,
an Emmy
yeah.
for Best Show.
Yes, and I'm so thrilled because Lainey Kazan has finally given us a written in stone. Yes, she will be in my movie, The Gift of Magic, and Sean is in it. Sean Kanan plays my son, and Michelle is going to direct and produce it. And they're Emmy winners, and I couldn't be happier because it'll help us get funding better now that we have Emmys. I think Lainey's gotten 1, 2, or whatever. She's got 100 awards. So we have award-winning people in our film. And we hope to shoot that in February.
What'd you say, Rebel?
That is awesome. But if they're showing that they're in the green room, they might want to back out, refresh if they can, and then come back in, because I'm not seeing them. I'm not even seeing any attempts to come into the green room. But on that note, yes, when I saw the video that y'all posted, I thought you were in the band. I had to look twice. It's like, oh my goodness, that's Ron. Look at him.
No, that was Ron Moss singing and playing the guitar.
No, that was you.
Was I singing? I don't know.
You probably were singing someplace.
Oh, that's why my voice is gone. It wasn't only singing. The room was 150 people. Do you know how loud 150 people are? So when I was talking to people, I had to shout. We all had to shout to be heard. And I think that's where my voice went. It started to go at Devin's party. Then the red carpet, of course, we were up all night. We didn't get home till 4 a.m. It's been a rough weekend. But I'm not complaining because I had a wonderful time. Now, next week, we have Marcel Waltz's wonderful film. Blind was the first film, and I adored the movie. I don't like horror movies. They stink. But Marcel does a brilliant job with his movie. It was as good as any Hitchcock movie. About a movie star, a famous, sexy movie star who goes blind because of a laser surgery that went bad. And she lives up in the Hollywood Hills in a beautiful home. Now, what we find out is that there's a stalker living in her house, and she doesn't know it. and he stalks her and he watches her naked in the shower. He lays next to her in the bed while she's sleeping. I mean, it is so good because it's not stupid. It's not chop 'em up. It's not clowns. It's not nonsense. It's real good writing. And the story ending is terrific. Now, next week, we're going to see Pretty Boy, which is the second part of this wonderful film, Blind. It's about the guy that's stalking the actress. And we
don't know what the second one's about.
I have no idea. I didn't want to know. Marcel was starting to tell me, and I said, please, Marcel, don't tell me. I want to see your movie fresh. So I'm excited about it because Sarah French does a brilliant job acting in this movie. I loved her performance. She was really good. It's a good film, and I suggest everyone out there, please go and purchase, or however you can, watch Blind. You will enjoy it. It's a thriller. Ladies, could you imagine not seeing and having a strange man in your house? Is he going to kill you? Is he going to rape you? What is he going to do to you? You don't
just
know.
trying the StreamYard link to make sure it worked. But yes, I can't wait.
The one scene that freaked me out was it's dark in the house because she doesn't need lights, of course, because she's blind. And she opens the refrigerator door wide and she takes her wine out and puts it in a glass. When she closes the refrigerator door, standing right there is the stalker. Oh my God, that was so scary. I thought, could you imagine that? Anyway, it's a great film. It's called Blind by Marcel Waltz, starring Sarah French, and you've got to see it.
Yes. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Angela Joff's going to be there. Yes, Rebel. I know. I just popped in to see if it was like working. I got a message from them saying that he was connected and talking to somebody. So obviously he's like on the wrong StreamYard link, and they didn't know anything about the movie that he's supposed to be promoting. And so now I sent the link again. So hopefully that he's going to pop in.
I mean, he's being interviewed by somebody else. He didn't know who we were.
No, he's on the wrong link. He's on the wrong link.
I mean, what is this guy? I mean, he met us at the red carpet. We're not forgettable.
Well, we're not. No, we're not forgettable. So
Trust
hopefully he's
me,
coming.
Not me with my mouth.
So anyway, there's a whole bunch of people in the chat room. So happy for everybody who loves it. So this is going to be a very good movie. It's going to be very scary, you guys. It's got a great cast. Many of the people in the cast have been on our show. You have Jonette or Sarah French. No, Devaney Pinn.
Right.
Devaney Pinn is in it. Robert Russell's in it. He's never been on our show, but we're hoping to get him on the show after we meet him.
Now, the movie that I'm in, Clown Motel 2, I would suggest you rent, buy, or find for your kids. Kids are going to love it. It's chop 'em up clown time. It's fun time. It's you know, the kids like it when you say nasty words. They giggle. I'm sure a lot of adults will like it and be frightened by it, but certainly the children will love it. It's a fun kid film. But be careful, it's a little R.
Oh yes.
You know,
it was fun though. It was fun. You know, it's not
Well,
going
I
to win
was
an Academy
happy-
Award, but Ron's gonna because he was great.
yeah, everybody came over to me and some said I was the best one in the film, which freaked me out. And some said, boy, you're some good actor. And I said, well, I'm only in the business, 46 years? No, 64 years.
Yeah, I was
got it.
thinking 64.
No, I get it. I'm dyslexic. I'm in the business 64 years. I should have learned something by now, I would hope.
So Lucas in the chat room, have we ever met you before? Because you're kind of new. And actually, Teresa, that's so funny. Teresa Saban just wrote, Lucas, who are you in there? So how funny is that? So what's up, Lucas? It's nice to meet you. Esgar Avati. I don't know what that is, but it's nice to meet you. And he's looking forward to Pretty Boy too, I think. I don't know if he's going, but he's looking forward to, he liked the way you talked about it.
Well, I don't know that you could go to the red carpet event. That's invitation only. But
Blind is on Amazon, you guys.
Yeah, Blind is on Amazon. Please watch Blind. It's a chiller. It's a chiller thriller. It's not a chop 'em up movie. It's not a crappy $2 movie. It's a beautiful movie, beautifully filmed, wonderfully acted, directed, and certainly written well by Joe, Sarah French's boyfriend.
Joe Netter.
Joe Netter wrote it, and Joe is a great writer. He's written for many, many productions. It was camera-wise very good. It wasn't a bouncing camera, make you vomit. It was a steady cam. good light. It was a good. I'm in the business 100 years, so I know good quality stuff. I don't only look at the story. I look at the performances, the lighting, the sound. I look at the whole production, and this is A.
So Lucas, we want to welcome you. Then he said he came across us on Twitch, and
What is Twitch?
Twitch is like another platform like YouTube.
Oh, so why is he on Twitch and not here?
Well, he's here now because we're broadcast on Twitch, Facebook. We're broadcast everywhere, but now he's here.
Okay, where is he? Get him over here before I punch him in the face.
No, that's not that. No, that's a new person in the
Oh,
chat room.
Luke! I thought our guest
No,
was here.
she doesn't know why he's not here. She sends him the link, and he's talking to somebody.
This happens too often.
It does not.
We definitely have to have an insert put in. Definitely, we can't do this to people. We could always play one of our.
Talk to us anyway.
No, but we could always stop. Stop assuming.
No, they say it. I'm reading it in the chat room.
The chat room, but what about the rest of the world? 5 million people. They want to hear me bullshit.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
must.
right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't still be listening there. Hey,
Well-
Rebel, you don't see him in there anywhere?
Nope, he is not in there, and he's
You
not.
know what?
If he's talking with someone, he must be in a different link somewhere. My question is, who is he talking to?
He's being interviewed by somebody that stole him. Guys, I mean, I can't believe this. This is the first time this has ever happened, and I hope the last. Boy, oh boy, what a
But it is a good idea, Ron. If maybe we should film some clips, or here's one. Maybe your listeners can set up a time with you guys, and maybe we can clip some listener things, so they can come on, and we put little blips in between things. We can string them together.
whatever, anything to fill the hour in, because it's hard for Jim. We don't have a script, and right now I'm under the weather, so Jimmy's just Jimmy's the anchor. I'm the joke. He's the anchor. So if the joke's not working, the anchor puts people to sleep because he talks facts, and that you can't build a show on facts.
Here's an idea for y'all. If you want, your listeners can do little videos and send them to me, and I can string them together in a little clip for you. A video clip.
Whatever would save our asses.
We're not going to have enough time to interview him anyway, so you're going to just keep talking. So you're going to have
Jimmy,
to keep talking.
Jimmy, if you knew the pain I'm in my throat, you son of a bitch.
Y'all
He's like a Hitler.
Rebel can stay on with me then, and Rebel and I can
He's
talk.
like a Hitler. He could care less than my throat's on fire.
You just told everybody your throat didn't hurt. You were just.
Well, I didn't
course.
want them to know. Now they know. Why do you think I'm drinking so much lemonade to lubricate it?
Hang on.
Stroke it off me.
B wants to know what country Lucas is located in.
Lucas, what country are you located in? She's in Germany. Ron can sing, but he can't.
I sing. Not now. Now I sound like Satchmo. Remember Satchmo?
So our mystery guest, Dave, is supposed to be David Chokachi from Baywatch, and he's got a brand new movie that just came out yesterday called Blood Pageant that we're supposed to be promoting, but we can't get him for some reason. And Lucas is in Brazil, and he's working until 9 p.m., so he's killing time. So he's watching our show while he's at work. And it says you can put in some clips from Set the Record Straight. And yay for Brazil. Hey, Astro.
And tell me the
Yeah.
link where Set the Record.
You know what? That's a good idea. Putting in Set the Record Straight, because those are pieces of legends that are dead. These stars are no longer. And I ask the questions that you want to ask. So my questioning are not stupid. I ask personal, very, very direct questions. Like Jane Russell, what size bra were you in 1940? And she said a 36B. And I said, oh, for that, they made such a big deal. Jane Russell, the bosom woman. And it was all because of Howard Hughes's bra he designed for her, the publicity on that. The bra that she never wore. So I ask other questions. Terry Moore, I asked her questions about her marriage to Howard Hughes. Arlene Dahl, I said, is it true that your ex-husband Lex Barker was a pedophile and that he molested and raped Lana Turner's daughter when she was 10 years old? Those are the questions that I asked. Provocative questions about the legends of Hollywood. And their answers are brilliant. So yeah, they'll just do those. Do the question, Arlene Dahl. It was Lex Barker really a pedophile, and then her answer. People will be fascinated by what these major movie stars have told me.
I know you're
Um,
curious. What was his answer?
I'm not going to tell you. Have to look.
Where can I find it?
It's on YouTube. The whole interview.
All you have to
Arlene
do is
Dahl,
go to YouTube, and it's Ron Russell Set the Record Straight is the name of the channel.
and it's the Arlene Dahl interview.
We can't play it now though because the interview's long and we only have 15
No,
more
no.
minutes.
I said we got to take just the questions out, like questions I asked Jane. Questions. Oh, Cliff Robertson. I said I heard your wife was a bitch. Those kind of questions that I ask, and then their answers could be quite interesting, and it would fill the time. And you see how young I was. Ugh.
Actually, Teresa Saban said that was an incredible interview.
Yeah, but I was so good looking and young. Now, like an old troll, I can't stand it.
No, you don't.
Please, I look like a Halloween ornament. But anyway, yeah, that's a good idea. Excuse me for clearing my throat so often.
It's okay.
Can you say something? You always yell at me. You talk too much. You talk too much.
Well,
Where's your
'cause
chance?
I know because I want to talk with the people because like I've got like all this stuff written down that I like spent hours researching and I don't.
So make
say
believe I'm him.
it doesn't make any difference. How was it being on Baywatch?
Well, they don't pay me enough.
Was Pamela Anderson hot in real life?
Well, I banged her a few times. I think so.
What about Knight Rider guy? Oh, David Hasselhoff.
Cute. Tried to make him, but he didn't respond.
He didn't respond to you, really?
Well, I'm supposed to be the guy that you're interviewing.
I know.
No, because he's not gay.
I know. I'm interviewing you.
Oh, me, Ron Russell?
Yeah.
Oh, David Hasselhoff in his day. Friends of mine knew David very well. And they told me this story that they went to David's house in Beverly Hills. When they went in, there was shit and pee all over the place. He had tigers, lions, cats, dogs, monkeys, snakes, everything in that house running free. And they all made on the floor.
Oh, look at there. Oh, there's Ron as Jane Russell. Was that Ron as Jane Russell?
I think so.
Part one of the.
No,
Falling-
that's
oh,
Jane Russell.
As Jane
The
Russell.
real Jane. So you couldn't even tell us apart. We were so much alike.
That's what I found when I see. Let me see if I can share the screen.
Oh, I can see all the like things over there though.
Let's see if I can put it back up there. There you
I-
go. Okay, not exactly how I wanted it, but that's what I found when I came up with.
Ron Russell Set the Record Straight. I see all his interviews on the right to that though. A bunch of interviews with him on the right. To
There
that.
I am. See, but there's no sound.
Because I muted it because you guys are talking.
Oh, but I love my Jane Russell so much.
You'll have to go through and edit, like find clips and edit and make yourself a reel,
Right.
and then we can do it.
Jane Russell was absolutely one of the kindest, most sweetest women I've ever met. I loved and adored her, and she loved me. We were very close. We were like brother and sister, and we traveled together. We hung out together. We stayed at each other's homes. We dined together. I mean, we were just like a married couple, but of course we weren't married. And the both of us had the name Russell because I took her name when I was starting off in the business. So they would say to me, Mr. Russell, and I would say yes. And they'd say, oh, excuse me, what is your name? And I said, my name is Russell. And they said, oh, isn't that convenient? Your name is Russell and her name is Russell. I said, yes. Now ask me something intelligent, you moron. They would say, they would refer to her as my wife or my mother or my sister or another relation. They didn't get it that we were just friends with the same names because most interviewers don't have an IQ more than a bird. So they can't figure these things out. But Jane was very sarcastic in a kind way, never nasty, very dry humored and funny, with the most beautiful legs I've ever seen on an 89-year-old woman. Her legs were not a vein, not a muscle, not a bruise, long, and they came out of her hips. Gorgeous legs, because she used to swim in our pool. What else?
They want to know if you have a recipe for them. They want Ron's weekly recipes.
Oh, I've got tons of recipes. Yeah. What recipe? What do I? When you ask these questions without thinking about them, you get like stupid. Recipe for what? For what? Let's see. Recipe for what? I don't know what kind of recipe do you want? I got a million. I got a million and I can't think of one. Well, that's like every night I say to Jimmy, what do you want for dinner? And he said, I don't know. I said, could you for once give me a goddamn answer? Because I have to come up and think about all these things to do for dinner. Because I cook. And it's frustrating because I you run out of ideas. You cook 7 nights a week and you don't want to repeat yourself, but it's hard coming up with new recipes. I've lost a lot of them in my mind because of all my work. And
They wrote gnocchi or Italian lasagna or chicken marsala.
in gnocchi, I could give you a good one gnocchi. In a little saucepan, put olive oil, garlic, and pesto. Pesto, you get basil leaves, put them in your blender, grind them down to a paste, add it, not very long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, cook it in the garlic and olive oil, and throw it over gnocchi. It's out of this world. It's called gnocchi con pesto. Very quick meal to make and one of my favorites. Basil is the best thing for an upset stomach. In Italy, in Genoa, where my family comes from, my father raised me. He said, if you eat basil once a week, pesto, you will never have stomach trouble because the basil somehow does something to the lining of the stomach that prevents it from getting cancer or illnesses. And that's what they believed. So I do make pesto once a week. Sometimes I make pesto with spaghettini, a little spaghetti. I use pesto, the same formula, garlic and olive oil. Sometimes I do ravioli in pesto. You can do it almost anything, and it's a wonderful, quick meal and so healthy for you. In Italian, they say mangia bene, caga bene, which translates to eat well, shit well. And if, I hate to be vulgar, but that's the truth. If you eat basil, the toilet smells like flowers.
B. Claudia says they eat a lot of basil there too. I think
So healthy. Basil is one of the. Jimmy never ate it. Now he eats it all the time. It's one of the healthy. When his stomach goes on the bum,
Mangia bene.
because Jimmy eats all that garbage. McDonald's, Burger King. Who else eat that?
I like Chipotle and Wendy's.
Yeah, he eats garbage all the time.
Chipotle's not garbage though.
No, not well. It's still preservatives because they bring it in from God knows where, and they have to pump it up with a lot of chemicals, so it's poison. But
Lady Lake says it's great on pizza too.
yeah, of course you put basil on pizza. Absolutely.
Jimmy says he's getting hungry. I don't even know if we said hi to Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I don't know if we said hi to you earlier.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see you, and thanks for promoting.
Sometimes, here's what I do also. Sometimes if I'm making gnocchi, I cut a potato into quarters and I cook the potatoes. I boil the potatoes first, and then I throw them in the pesto with pinoli nuts. And my God, when the olive oil, garlic, and pesto are absorbed by the chunks of potato, it is out of this world. The taste, I'm hungry. I gotta eat.
That's what they're saying in the chat room too.
I mean, it's so.
It says we need to have a picnic. We should do a virtual picnic.
Yeah. My really favorite meal that I make is my 2-second pasta, and I love it. Basil, olive oil, garlic. Okay, in a saucepan, 15 minutes. Dump it over spaghetti. Love it. Love it. Love it. It's my favorite. And it's so. Oh, there's puttanesca, which is a funny story. Puttanesca was named after the puttane of Italy. Puttane are hookers, whores, prostitutes. The prostitutes in Italy had 15 minutes to eat. That's all the madams gave them. So they had to come up with the meal. And they invented puttanesca. Puttanesca means of the whores. So when you're in a restaurant and you order puttanesca, you're saying, I would like to eat what the whores ate, of the whores. That's easy. That's black olives, green olives, chives, olive oil, garlic, and tomatoes. Not tomato sauce, tomato chunks. You get it in the can, tomato chunks. And you throw it all together, and it takes like maybe 10 minutes, and then you eat it, and it's out of this world, puttanesca. Very good.
Rebel says film some cooking, and we can use those clips.
And my other favorite meal is nice breasts of chicken on the bone. You have to have it on the bone. You put olive oil in a big, what is it called? Those pans. What would that pan be called? You know, those big square pans. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, a big square flat pan that you put in the oven. You put olive oil, garlic, bake the chicken breasts for a while, then flip them over and put onion all over them, sliced onions. So you have onions and then a little bit of tomato sauce, and you then broil it so the chickens get crisp. The potatoes will brown, and when you serve it, pour the olive oil, what's left in the pan, over the chicken and potatoes. Out of this world. My daughter Deirdre's favorite, my daughter Leslie's favorite, my favorite. Jimmy, what do you think about it?
I love it.
We all love it. It's a delicious meal.
The only thing that I don't really like that they all like a lot is stuffed
artichoke.
Stuffed artichokes. I don't like
oh
that.
my God, I can have an orgasm from thinking of it.
I don't understand it. All they do is like take breadcrumbs and stick it in the leaves
no.
of the
We just
artichokes.
don't take breadcrumbs and stick them in the leaves. See what I mean? I like African artichokes. They're the big, beautiful, thick ones with a lot of meat. That is, you get Italian breadcrumbs. They have to be the Italian breadcrumbs because that's a certain flavor. And you get egg. I think it's 1 egg per whatever. You mix it in with the breadcrumbs. You put grated cheese and garlic. And with the soup spoon or teaspoon, depending on the size of your artichoke, you stuff your leaves, leaf by leaf by leaf by leaf, till that entire artichoke is stuffed with these breadcrumbs. Then you just drizzle olive oil all over this artichoke. Then you put it in a big pot and you steam it. I have one of those. What is that pot called that we use? That thing that cooks forever.
Pressure cooker.
Not a pressure
steam
cooker.
or something.
No, what I forgot. You know those things that you
Crock-pot.
crock
yeah.
pot. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you put it. You put them in a crock pot with a little bit of water, not much, maybe 1.5 inches of water, which creates condensation and steam, and that opens the leaves up and it moistens the breadcrumbs. And if I don't have that soon, I'm going to kill myself because now I'm drooling from the mouth. Oh my God, is that delicious? I could pull artichokes all day long. Oh. So I cook Italian. American food is too much meat. Too much roast beef steak and stuff like that. I don't eat fish, so I have no idea of any fish menus. As a kid, fish just made me nauseous. My mother used to buy some kind of weird fish. I think she got it out of the East River.
Ron doesn't eat any seafood. I only like
No,
shrimp,
and-
lobster, and crab.
And she'd laid in
And
my,
Long John Silver's. I like Long John Silver's.
my mother would lay that fish in my plate, and then she'd cut the skin off, and the ribs were showing. I could vomit. I never ate it.
So anyway, you guys, I don't know what happened
Oh,
to
but
our...
wait a minute. I do make a very good clam sauce.
Oh, yes, he does.
Clam sauce is easy as pie. You buy the little baby clams and you steam them open. You put wine, any kind of wine you like, while you're steaming open the clams in a butter sauce. You put butter in, wine, and the clams. You steam them open. Then that's your part of your juice.
They want to know what kind of wine.
Whatever you got, whatever it could be, whatever, it doesn't matter. A good robust wine, like sort of a, I like Pinot Noir. I put that in everything. So I'm a Pinot Noir drinker, and I put that in all my cooking. I love the flavor of Pinot Noir.
So we only have like a minute left to go. So let's tell everybody, follow Dan Babbitt, you guys, at Dan Babbitt. Follow the Jimmy Star Show. You can see Ron on Facebook, Ron Russell Show on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Dr. Jimmy Star. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to let everybody know. Actually, next week we have a show first, and then after the show, we're going to the Pretty Boy premiere. It's right after Wednesday, on the show on Wednesday. So
Are we going to make it on time?
yeah, it's at 6. It's at 6:30, I think.
So we're off the air at 2,
We're leaving immediately.
2, 3, 4, 5, without traffic. We have to drive 100 miles into Hollywood. And without traffic, maybe. With traffic, screw
Want
us.
to thank everybody in the chat room, including the new people and all the regulars. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for always supporting all the things that we do. And we'll see everybody next week, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a fabulous time. Make it right. Do
Bye.
it. Do it. Do it. Baby, you can
And
do it.
make
Do
the
it right.
time. Make
Do it right, baby.
Anyway, bye,
Do
everybody.
it.
See you next week.
Bye.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling, in the star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself, the known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm yo, what I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you